also want to make you play, right? Sometimes, you know, I'm looking at the Nolan picks. I'm also a Nolan main. You
You're
know?
a Nolan main?
Yeah, I am.
I thought you were an MM.
You know, MM sucks at this point. You know, I gotta watch my life as well sometimes, like Watt said, and you know, I don't want to lag because you have to put out the combos. You can use Games Max Booster, in which your gaming sessions won't get disrupted by lag. To make your gaming session smoother, use Games Max Boosters. Prices start from 25,000 rupiah, and you could get up to 36 gigabytes of data. Hurry up and buy the package and activate the booster in the Dunia Games app.
It's as simple as that. I mean, Gani has it, and that's why his Kufra. How many matches?
Wow, that's a lot.
2,000. Let me check here.
64.
Go on, go on.
Rate.
I'm gonna check.
No, we're gonna put you on the spot.
I'm gonna put you on the spot. But sometimes, of course, you need that extra audio boost when you want to play Mobile Legends. You can also use that.
How to engage on Kufra.
That's why he knows when to engage, and that is acquirable with Arrival. Check out the Arrival free Pod Slide exclusive Edith edition, the ultimate choice for gamers with Edith's distinctive sound and gaming mode that takes your gaming experience to the next level. Plus, as the official partner of MPL, there is no doubt about Arrimo's quality. Get a 10% discount at the Arrimo official store at the Orange store with the code ARIMOMPL.
Oraimo MPL. Unleash unstoppable sound.
Sound. Now are you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay, tell us.
2.6k on Kufra.
2.6k matches on Kufra.
60%.
60%.
And 1.2k Atlas.
1 point, and then how percentage? We don't talk about
Not very good. 57.
That's pretty good, Gani.
That's still decent.
That's decent. You're a solo player, right?
Sometimes I have my party.
Party.
So, if you know that 43% that he lost, that was all solo.
Solo. And that was before he knew.
Because like when he plays solo, he gets a 5-man set, and no one's there to follow up.
That was before Oraimo as well.
Wow. I wonder. So Oraimo helped you get friends too. Party.
Also wins you games because of the sounds.
You need to hear what your friends are saying.
That's true. The shot call.
Comms, bro.
Comms, man.
Because that now we can hear like, if like you know the team is in the base, the team can just be like, "Yo, Gani, don't go in," and you can hear it.
Finally,
Information.
info.
Shot calls.
Shot calls.
Speaking of shot calls, let's go back to this game. Previous game recap, match 44, G1. That means game 1. Yeah, no, they just got out team fighted, right? I'm like trying to dissect exactly the main problem. They got out team fighted and they made wrong calls. Do they? I think the right response to this, the right change should be ban out the Herith too. But it's way easier said than done because you want to ban the Herith, but also do you want to let the Loyi, the Chip, or the Mathilda go? Oh man, it's a tough. They're put in a very, very tough spot.
Feels like they're pinned against a wall, trying to, you know, rearrange their priority scale. Which one do they want to ban out? Which one do they want to let it slip? But I'd argue, I think it's okay to just let the Chip go and just ban out the Mathilda and the Loyi. That I feel like gives a lot of pressure for Rebellion. And so far for Dewa, they were able to respond in the team fights, you know, out damage, out team fight. And also, they did not really win the neutral contest.
Yeah. They need to go back to their drawing boards and figure out a strategy composition-wise here to at least contend against Rebellion's strategy. Because again, Fermis and as well as Florin, it's just overwhelming for almost any comps, right? 2 healers.
Of course, question will be answered in this drafting phase of game number 2, match number 2. As we enter the drafting phase presented by the official tournament smartphone, Samsung Galaxy S24 series. And yes, a quick Loyi ban for Dewa United. They don't want to let this Loyi go. Sway low.
Yeah. Still though the same bans from Rebellion because they are on first pick. They can afford to ban out these heroes and leave the Pryos open. Rebellion, we actually expected them in the Keys of Victory to go for red side, but here they're disregarding the cheese. They think, you know, we're in a different meta now. Maybe the cheese is, if we can get Harith, why cheese? We can get Harith. That's like a win. We can get a win.
It's like a top prio pick. And yeah, you don't need cheese when you have strong picks like the Harith, the Hands of D. There wasn't really anything, you know, niche from the draft of Rebellion in the previous game. But Dewa, I feel like they're trying to discuss which hero we really want to ban. Is it the Chip, is it the Matilda? And they will ban out the Harith. So
they have to.
Yeah, they're left with either taking out Chip or Matilda.
They decide to go for Harith first, which again, yeah, it's still dangerous. Chip, Matilda, I think... I'm thinking about which one should be left open, and I actually cannot make my mind on that one. Like, might make my mind up. They go, okay, so
what? Okay.
Y'all go for the Matilda ban, leaving the Nolan open now, and so now the question is for Dewa, do you want to ban Chip or Nolan? I personally would say Chip.
Or neither.
Ban Chip. Neither. Trade it out.
They could contest it.
They could try to contest it. What would they ban though if they do go? Angela is usually banned out here in the first phase. Natan, Novaria. What other heroes? Those are usually the normal bans in the first phase.
One ban the... Huh. What do you go
Fredrin?
for here? Yeah, maybe Fredrin. But then they're second, right? They can't pick up two heroes, so perhaps if they want to Fredrin, no. You're gonna leave the Nolan open.
Yeah. I agree with this though. I think the Chip is way more prio than the Nolan. But will RBL even take the Nolan is the question now.
No.
Is Nolan that prio still?
Will they prioritize the Nathan now? That is,
Yes.
that Harith
I
is
agree.
away.
Natan first pick would make sense for Rebellion. No longer relying on the cheese picks, but rather playing towards the meta. Dewa, on the other hand, a first pick, Angela for Rebellion. Is this that prio for them?
I think it is, because it actually denies a few of the picks away from Dewa, and for Dewa, they kind of are forced to go for Natan now, right? Because if they don't go for Natan, you're giving an RBL, an Angela-Natan combo. I think we don't need to talk about how dangerous an Angela-Natan could be. We saw how RRQ played the Angela-Natan just yesterday. So, Dewa, what can play the Natan? You can pick it up, my friends. You can very easily pick it up, and maybe even a Baksha.
Exactly. I was about to say good addition because of the passive, right? The free dominance ice going up against Angela. It does make sense. Good for rotations as well. And they will not commit on towards both of the heroes.
Interesting picks. They're not going to get the Nolan for themselves, so they will pick up the Roger and the Faramis. The Roger is still, you know, able to be flexed. A lot of choices as well, but they want to fight sustainability with sustainability as well. But of course, Angela will give you
Valentina.
that well, Natan and Angela.
Nathan and Valentina here should be good, right?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Natan, Valentina, you can take the Netherrealm and an Angela Heart Guard. That could be good, but if they want to go for something safe, it should be the jungle pick here. Go for the Baksha, something that we were talking about for Dewa. Dewa could certainly have picked that up to go up against this healing. But now that the Baksha is taken, do Dewa still want to go for something like a Fredrin? Or they want to go for Barats?
They should. They should go for Fredrin.
Or go for something else. Flex the Roger for the second phase.
Roger's still flexible. I mean, it's still able to go to the jungle or the gold lane, but again, strong 3 picks in the first phase for Rebellion. How do Dewa respond to this? It's gonna be very hard, but they will pick up the Akai.
Whoa.
Also still flexible, you know, still in the hands of Drian or for Vincent. For Gary rather, excuse me. But I feel like it's gonna go to the jungle.
Yeah, it should be going to the jungle. I don't think... Drian has played it in the Rome, true.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll see in Rome, but... RBL will ban out the... Or Dewa should ban out the Valentina. Rebellion, if Dewa do not ban Valentina, those are 2 big ults. It's an Akai ult and a Netherrealm.
But a comment from Drian, the last Kage. If you want to play unusual heroes in the mid lane, the jungler must be a tank, even though it may be boring to see tanks in the jungle. I mean, yeah, You have extra cover, you have extra front line, and also engage when you have the tank in the hands of the jungler.
Yep. More sense of security as well.
Yeah.
Right. And we expected the Valentina ban. It does come through, but here's my crazy thought.
Okay.
Rebellion, Angela mid, Dikiro.
Wow.
Does that work?
That's a bold prediction.
If they go for another tanky member in XP, I can see it working. I can see like a full protect Mr. President. Natan is Mr. President.
Yeah.
That could be the strategy. That's very one-dimensional though. If the Natan falls behind, yeah, goodbye. I think it's going to be easier for them to go for a normal comp. But yeah, I won't take that off my
Scenario.
off the options, the list of options just yet. They ban out the CC, which leaves the Benedetta, the Paquito up for grabs. I would say the Paquito actually is pretty good here. Knowing that Dewa kind of wants to clump up, kind of wants a team fight, having someone in the side lane to just clear up waves and split push would be great. But Kimura can take it for himself. It could be taken away by Dewa. Arlet, Paquito, and Benedetta, those are the heroes that you are used to seeing from Kimura. And also Cars, actually.
Both side lane pressures from the XP laners now. Rebellion. They'll look for the last ban in this last phase. I mean, yeah, Paquito ban does make sense. Benedetta ban does make sense because it just limits the choices of Kimura. But they will ban out the Arlet, leaving the Paquito and the Benedetta wide open. So they want to contest this. Yeah. The split pushers, both Paquito and Benedetta.
Paquito wins that.
Paquito wins that.
In the lane. Benedetta very tough to lane against the Paquito. So Dewa should pick it up for themselves. Unless they want to go for a full team fight, then safe option would be the Terizla, I guess.
More crowd control as well, in a sense. You can say, right? With the penalty zone, flicker as well. Seems like, though, they're taking their time still. So it's not as straightforward as we thought.
Because it's still a tough decision. The thing is, the Akai kind of... If you go to Rizla, there's some negative synergy there. With the Akai, you go penalty zone, then Heavy Spin's like, nah, the zone is not there anymore. So I don't know if they actually still want to go for Terizla.
Oh,
but okay, called it, but that negative synergy is a problem still. They have to utilize their skills like really properly together.
Either pin down the members of Rebellion to one spot, then the penalty zone comes in. But yeah, contradiction. What both heroes want to do. Of course, gives you extra team fight and also pick off potential. They will pick up the Yuzong. So no split push type of heroes that we'd see in the XP lane. They really want to, orbit around the team fights that's going to happen in this game.
Not for Sway Low. If they truly want to front to back this, how good would the Eve be in this spot? There's no dive right now, and they've already picked up the Yuzong away. He?
Angela mid.
So it's Angela mid. There you go.
Wow.
Angela mid, you called it, Gunny, but not the Diggy. They go for the G-Rock, the Grok.
G-Rock.
Wow. Oh, it's tough.
It is a case of trying to protect this
Mr. President.
Protect Mr. President. But yeah, the Grok does that as well. I mean, an extra frontliner and engage as well. The barriers does quite a good job to zone out the players of Dewa United. Now the Dewa United last pick.
Moment of truth.
In balls in their court. They are looking for
Akai jungle, Akai roam, question mark, Roger Gold, Roger jungle, question mark. The moment of truth. Dewa United.
What will they pick up for themselves?
Clear though.
Navaria.
Yes, Navaria just fits.
Theramis Roam.
Wow.
For Drian, okay.
Right.
So another unique hero on the list for Drian. Let's see if it works out though. They're going with cheese, and they are going with the cheese on the man who knows cheese the best, the cheese lord himself, Drian.
The cheese connoisseur.
Ryan.
Ryan. Wow. We would not expect that to happen, but here we are with Faramis Rome and the counter index to both teams.
Yeah, the damage from Dewa is kind of lacking. Like in the early game, we'll see how it plays out. Because for RBL, I think they're very happy just not going for team fights, going for trades across the map, equalizing and weathering the storm. And then when Natan gets the Holy Crystal, it's time to fight.
It's time to fight for both teams. Will the Blue Bulls strike twice and make the gods kneel, or will Dewa United send out retribution and punishment towards Rebellion? Back in Lanadon, Dewa United against Rebellion Esports.
It's actually Novaria Rome, not Faramis. So
Okay.
there you go, another curveball as we get into the game.
They switched it again last second. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be match point for Rebellion if they close this one out. 2-0 clean sweep. Or Dewa United, will they have a say here in the second game?
But do you see the reasoning as to why Dewa opts for the Navaria Rome instead of the Faramis?
Well, I was actually very, I was confused too if the Faramis did go roam, because your scaling on a Netherrealm is very reliant on magic damage, so you would want to have more resources on the Faramis over the Novaria. Meanwhile, for the Novaria, you already get a lot of vision control just with skill 1 and the Astrosphere and then the Astro Echo, so you don't need as much resources. So yeah, this does make more sense. We've also seen this way more often compared to the Faramis roam, at least in this season and the last few seasons.
Still 2v2 down bottom. They want to let D scale up slowly. Of course, for Sway Low, he won't be as oppressive as ever, but a heavy spin.
Yep, immediately invested here. Pre-turtle and cars just sidesteps. Oh, the engagement here by Vincent, and that will be first blood for Sway Low. They might be looking for a second here. Is Dewa United looking to grab more space with Kimura? Just bashing with a hammer here. But it is still 1-0. Audi joins the fray, does not have enough resources though to be a threat. And in the bottom side, it's just a textbook 1v1 gold laners.
Cars bobbing and weaving, able to escape death. The heavy spin exerted and spent by Gary. Now they look to dance the turtle pit. Vincent though is there already.
God, to commit this. Oh my God. The life can form. It's actually D who loses out the trade. Now let's see here. First neutral objective fight, second game. It's gonna fall to the hands of Gary with the heavy spin. Audi pinned down, but Gary does not want to commit. Oh, good watch.
Wow.
To pin the panda down with the petrify as well. Another round triggered, but it's actually Kimura fighting, bashing and covering, finding the kill as well on towards cars.
Beautiful wall and barrier to just make Gary stuck. But then again, the Netherrealm was there as the lifeline for Dewa United. They turn the tides around and get the kill in the end.
Well played to Dewa, got the turtle, played with the heavy spin, and as expected, right, neutral objective control still should favor Dewa. For Rebellion, it's really all about Mr. President here, D, in the gold lane. You need to get him some gold. So I think for the Angela, I think we might see a little bit of a change in priority of where Swaylo rotates to. He should be rotating, or actually not. I completely forgot. Swaylo is not the roamer here. The Angela is not the roamer. So Grok, yeah. Audi TZ will have a little bit more to do in the gold lane rather than looking for these fights on the other side.
See here, it's 2v1. Good airborne. Kimura now locked down. A defensive penalty zone will not be enough. Cars enough to take him down.
Again, the hard guard just gives so much global presence to enable a 2v1, but Gary is stuck in no man's land.
It's no man's land, but he's a panda. So, you know, like, he's alright.
He's beefy.
The man, save the pandas, man.
Save the pandas. But yeah, do you feel like they're gonna try to just harass D away from this bottom lane, and they want to really be able to shut him down. Don't let him, you know, get going, get online. So for Kimura, that's been a hard start towards the bottom side. Oh no!
Oh no, let's see here. Entropy committed.
Wow.
Good immune there. Audi and D able to escape from that 3v2 situation. And in the mid, actually, loses out trade here. Oh, good shield unity timing. Has the Stampede, though, to delay. Vincent now very low, relatively low. Gary, 2 neutral objectives already taken out here. Oh my God, Audi receiving heat here. Gary looking for some damage in, but it seems like it won't be enough to take Audi down just yet.
Gary will be fine again. Just trying to soak in the damage with recall. But Dewa They want to give prio towards Watt, just get the plates going. And Cars will be left to defend this. Oh!
You want to commit this. Heavy spin committed already. Oh, Gary's stuck, man, but he's able to get out. Good maneuvers shown by Gary as Dewa United also was there ready to assist the Panda.
Rebellion pulling the trigger, but it always looks like Gary has this heavy spin to just make him open up a spot, open up a path for him to just be able to escape. And that was the case for like 2 times in a row, I guess.
And for now, Dewa, they hold that 1,000 gold lead. They need to look for a way to go for more skirmishes to force Rebellion into more of these fights in the early game because they need that gold lead to be a bit... Oh, there you go.
This is not good for D. Purify committed, but still able to get out. But Gary might deny this. Oh, not enough space. Now let's see here. Perhaps the movement, rotation towards the top side here from the side of Rebellion. No answers up to this point. It is actually Dewa United more control. Vincent though, with the shield unity there, charge committed. Wow. Let's see, they find Drian. Now NetherRealm as they cover, the damage will not be enough. Heavy spin, taking Vincent under the turret. Drian though, the first one to fall. Rebellion, Sway low caught. What was that? He was trying to flank, but what was there? And he claws. He clawed Swaylo to the death.
Wow. Gary has been playing the team fight so stellar. He was playing it so good with heavy spins, able to pin down 2 players under the tier 1 turret, but Swaylo with a hard guard saving the members of Rebellion.
It still looks like, I mean, on paper, it still looks like a good advantage that Dewa has been able to get, getting, Watt over to the top side, but the fact that the gold lead is only just 300 says otherwise. Remember, Rebellion, the 4 members you see here, they're meant to just distract. They're not really meant to team fight. It's all about getting D the gold. And there's another fight.
See here, Barrier put already. Hard guard invested as well, but the heavy spin will be enough to take the neutral objective. Rebellion, they want to fight here as Gary now pinned down at the round, committed as well. But there you go, Kimura jumps in. The damage will not be enough though to take anyone down. Cars in front of the map and will be taken down. Vincent needs to be careful here as Watt is there with the claws as well as Case collects the double.
Watt claws his way into the back line of Rebellion Esports. They're able to hold for so long, but D is the victim, so they're not really able to protect him in that altercation up in the middle side.
Mr. President fought too early. He doesn't even have his power spike yet.
No.
Why was Natan in the team fight? That was an interesting decision by Rebellion to force D into the team fight. It has to be a call right from the team. But yeah, no. Well, I am legit kind of... Novaria becomes Drian's 13th hero. Let's change the subject to that. Making him the player with the largest hero pool in MPL ID Season 13 right now. Another added hero into the Arsenal. But yeah, it's just, I think, bad timing for the team fight for Natan.
It's not a hero pool, it's a hero ocean for Drian. A lot of unique heroes in the hands, but yeah, that blow towards D could really be costly for Rebellion. I mean, the gold lead, 3.7k, hands of Dewa United. For everything that has happened, they're playing this perfectly from Dewa. Especially for Gary, his positioning has been so on point. And the way they zone out Rebellion from their own jungle even, playing in their own backyard, is just so good as Dewa look to siege up top.
Shield Unity on towards Kimura though. Let's see here. Kimura just, with the flicker penalty zone, actually connecting on towards Still. The damage will be enough to take Vincent down. Man, NetherRealm just, everything, man. The motion, the sequence has been perfect for Dewa United.
Yeah, D and Rebellion should really be avoiding these team fights because, again, we are in the mid-game. This is the realm of Dewa. This is what the Roger, Paramis, Terizla, Akai is picked for, to go for these team fights, to force team fights out of Rebellion. And similar to Rebellion similar to Dewa in Game 1, they're getting baited. They're getting baited into these team fights, corralled into these team fights, and they're not getting trades at all. Like, D is still far away from that Holy Crystal. And again, the inflation of the Holy Crystal makes it so that you will reach the power spike a bit later. So I would have expected D to actually be farming every single time around when Dewa look for a fight. He's participating in team fights way too early, and Dewa are capitalizing on it. 5,000 gold lead.
That's a lot of gold in the hands of Dewa, and also Watt is just, leading the charge. 2k gold deficit from Dewa to from Watt to D. 8k for Watt. And Dewa, they have control over every side of the lanes. Lord pushing up top, a middle siege, and bottom given to Watt. Scary is fishing for something again. Has been very, very pivotal with the Akai. Case is just so brave, and yeah, the realm as well from Case, just helping them sustain the team fights going on later on.
And the series term is that expensive. First
Oh!
game. The damage, the burst damage. D gone. Now 5v4 without the MM. Let's see, base turret now will fall to top side. Watts is still very much healthy. As they will have to commit this one. Petrify onto a stream, but the Nether Realm is there. Now, will they have enough damage though as Rebellion? They are low-key running for the hill. Dewa United looking for the mid-base turret. They will get it as G now is back in the land of Dawn.
From downtown, he snipes D. The last Kage is able to spin down that meteor. Wow, what a snipe.
Yeah,
He was deleted. How?
I'm taking a look at the replay to see
That was one shot.
how. Oh, Case together with. Oh, dude, I hope we get a replay, by the way. But Case, he went for the Shadow Stampede into forward while Drian shoots the Astral Sphere, and Case gets the Ghost Bursters. So the Ghost Bursters onto 3 members that kept on bouncing, plus the finishing shot from Drian.
Deleted D, bro.
Deleted.
Even Vincent, the Baksha, the so-called tanky member, not so tanky against this lineup.
This is dangerous zone now for Rebellion. I mean, D is 0-2. Not yet with the Holy Crystal. This will just prolong his power spike, but Odyssey again.
Yeah, he wasted his flicker for nothing, basically. And now Dewa United will collect the last remaining base turret. Petrify connects, well, triggered as well. Gary with the heavy spin looking to isolate cars. Hard guard triggered as well with the black dragon form as a defensive maneuver, but no, wait. Rebellion, they want to re-engage, but no, they do not have the angle to do so. They will clear their lanes instead.
Defensive play from Drian. I mean, the Astral Echo always provides you with vision. Zoning out the players of Rebellion back to their base, and this is just free Lord for Dewa United. They have their grasp on this game, nearing a 10k gold lead. Rebellion, how do they stem this bleeding? Will this Nathan still be relevant come late game?
Well, if we take a look at Gary, he already got the Athena shield, so he has Athena and Radiant in his inventory. Yeah, no, the Holy Crystal built up now will not really have the same effect as, if he got it in the 10th minute. He's going to have to wait for Divine Glaive for his power spike, because Dewa are 10,000 gold ahead. You can see the 2,700 gold advantage that Gary has. He's gone for full magic defense with it, and it's... I don't know if D can actually go through the frontliners here.
Let's see here. Potentially the final push. Heavy spin committed early.
What?
Vincent deleted early as well. Now Dewa United on go, move onwards. Looking for
Wait.
the base.
Crystal!
D? It's not enough. It's not enough. Dewa United. They have conceded the clean sweep. And ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Game 3 again.
Game number 3 back on the cards as Dewa United strike back. And Rebellion, they were betting on the Nathan, protect Mr. President. But Mr. President was the subject of multiple assassination attempts from the gods.
Goodbye, Mr. President. Deleted, unfortunately, in game number 2 after player of the game in game number 1. Man, the understanding of the window of when to actually fight was questionable there, and Dewa capitalized on it completely against a snowballing comp. Dewa understood when to go in, understood when to actually take these fights, and I think the Faramis has been a key factor in these victories from game 1 and game 2. K saved the rest of the team so many times, and in the end there, though it looked very, very close to a possible defense, Dewa stayed. They understood that, you know, we are so tanky. We can take the shots. Let's just all focus on the base. If all of us hit it, there's no way it doesn't, you know, we don't get it, right? That almost.
And not once did we see a moment from D. Like, we did not see him dish out the damage we would normally see. Like, I mean, you know, as a Natan, you could always create that miracle, turn the team fight around with the power spike you have, especially with the Holy Crystal, but it was just too late. Feels like they're all waiting for that disaster to happen and they could do nothing about it for Rebellion.
Yeah, it was very unfortunate. For Rebellion, they indulge in a lot of too many fights in the early and the mid where they cannot farm properly, especially if we're talking about on the Nathan. And yeah, Dewa United was there trying to bait out fights, trying to bait out more disruption, right? Disruption. They're trying to disrupt the pattern from the side of Rebellion. There, that was game 2.
That composition was like created for Natan. It was like they were able to. They're trying to protect this Natan in that composition, but it just doesn't work out.
If you want to protect the Natan, then Natan needs to get ahead first, or at least needs his items first. He doesn't even need to be ahead. I don't know whose call it was, whether it be D or whether it be the team shot caller, for D to fight before his Starlium site. Feather of Heaven, Natan fighting a Roger Faramis? That's a weird decision. And player of the game, K's the K to victory in this game. 4-1 and 5. From the builds and even the emblems, there's really nothing that stands out. It's the performance, it's the way that he executed this. Faramis always there at the right time, utilizing the Netherrealm to give the team a resource advantage and then take it over in the game because of that. Every single time that, you know, Rebellion thought they could win a team fight, the Netherrealm shows up just in time to turn it around. And shoutouts to Kazier for dealing 69,711 damage as well. That pick onto D, the Ghost Bursters did more than the than the Astral Sphere, but the Astral Sphere was the execute. So crisp timing too, like when to do it, you know, right as the Astral Sphere comes out. So they were only expecting the Astral Sphere, and then they just lost their HP bar.
It was just done for them. I mean, it looked like a very wonderful snipe, but you could feel the synergy that was happening. I mean, we're talking about how there is kind of like a negative synergy between the Terizla and Gary, especially with the heavy spin, but you know, it all worked out for Dewa United.
I mean, like these turning points for Dewa, right? They were able to get a good play, Rebellion, but then the Netherrealm completely turned it around. But for the most part, you could see that the game plan was still going on for Rebellion. They were looking for fights on the other side of the map, and D gets farm in the bottom lane, in the gold lane. So, what changed? Why did they decide to fight? This is the fight, by the way. Like, that was third turtle. That wasn't even a lord. That wasn't like even a big objective yet. And yet D is participating in team fights. And again, I don't know if they really expected to win here, because if they did, that's questionable. I'll have to be honest with you. That's such a weird move to force the Natan to fight that early with no. That's just not how Natan works. That was so greedy. Why gamble it there, you know?
An unforced error.
And then here, look at Case. Walks up, boom. Oh, and then the shot.
So beautiful.
Good coordination there. Good tag team.
Saying how they really want to bank into this Natan, but at the same time they're letting him participate in the team fights without him hitting his power spike first. So that's questionable. I mean,
very
an
questionable.
Unforced error as well. At the same time, you really want to rely on Natan when he is able to get his hands on the items, you know, the Starlium, the Holy Crystal, and other sorts. But yeah, it was just too forceful from Rebellion. You know, I feel like they downplayed their Natan's power spike. You know, they thought that, you know, it would be strong enough for D to join up, but it was just disaster for them.
Yeah, big disaster.
Miscalculation.
Big miscalculation. I think that's like standard that's the standard for Natan. Like if you play this hero, you would understand. You would have to wait for your power spike. I'm actually quite speechless. That was very an amateur mistake. I would even say a very rank game mistake. What?
It was uncalled for Rebellion. You know, looking back at game number 1 and the way they executed it, it was so flawless. Then game 2, it's like night and day. A lot of changes, and the way they called that team fight. I mean, when you pick up the Angela, you have the Baksha as well. And putting that Angela in the mid lane, you really want to protect this Natan. It just did not manifest in that game.
No, and now the question is, well, the trend was, it started yesterday, where RRQ, they lost the first game or the second game. I guess the third game. First match of today.
Third game as well.
3 games, reverse sweep style as well. Now, will Dewa United continue the trend? That reverse sweep style is the question.
Hey, they might, right? I mean, the way that they are playing, especially if they get Snowball, it almost seems like for this series in particular, if you are able to get a Snowball comp, you win, right? It's a team fighting Snowball comp. Guess what Rebellion had in game number 1? It's a team fighting Snowball comp with a Florin and the Fairness and a Snowballing Gold Laner. They were basically the same thing here with the Roger. So, they dissected the problem. They found the solution. The Herod was a big problem because it actually set up for the enemy team Snowball. So, if Dewa can do the same thing now replicated in game 3, and if Rebellion make the same mistake of fighting with the Natan way too early, Dewa will get the reverse sweep done.
Reverse sweep. It has been a day of reverse sweeps. I mean, we have just played game number 1. You know, this could be next up in the menu because game number 3, we are going to max it out. Because today is it's gonna be a long day, and that was also a long game. I mean, in terms of like mentally, it will be very hard for you to recover from such a, you know, silly mistake, especially sending that Natan to fight. So Dewa feels like they knew that the problem was there, and they just punished that Natan after, you know, Case got that double kill in that mid lane, and the Natan was just dead. There was just no recovery from there on.
What do you guys think of the Grok though?
I think it would be better if they denied the Novaria pick. That Novaria pick, I think, really was the icing on that cake.
I see the idea of the Grok just trying to zone out the Akai, but in that game, we also have to give props to Gary. It was so good.
That was my vote. Like, I understand Keys, but I think Gary held his role very, very well.
As a, you know,
as an Akai.
As a panda, he was everywhere around the map, running the heavy spins, just, you know, escaping from death, and also pinning the members of Rebellion. I haven't really seen, you know, a bad, so to say, heavy spin from Gary. And his positioning on the map also was very, very on point.
Pretty solid there. But I agree with Gani with the Novaria. I think that Novaria pick would have changed a lot of things. You would be able to read so much more. And the Angela being flexed over to the the roam, yeah, for Audi. But I guess they wanted something more game-changing in the hands of Audi over an Angela.
Before we go to map, or rather game number 3, we will look at an interview upstage with Bude Clara Mongsar. Take it away.
Dua player Rebellion. Kita kenalan dulu kali ya. Mungkin udah pada ngerti juga ya. Yang pertama ada support system dari Vincent. Halo. Halo Naomi, apa kabar?
Sehat. Baik.
Sehat. Ini Naomi. Nah, yang satunya Bude baru pertama kali ngobrol nih. Support system dari Di.
Halo Bude.
Halo. Dia adalah sosok pro player juga. Ladies.
Ya dulu.
Dulu, sekarang udah enggak emang?
Udah enggak?
Udah enggak? Ayo coba di kolom komentar siapa namanya?
Alin.
Alin, betul kalian yang jawab pasti udah pada tahu sih yang di sini. Nah, sebagai support system kedua player, mungkin dari Di dulu kali ya. Di ini adalah player yang kayaknya baru masuk Rebellion udah langsung bersinar. Gimana sih kamu ngelihat Di masuk ke keluarga baru ini?
Aku sih dari awal dia mau naik MPL juga udah kayak namanya orang yang pertama kali ke MPL pasti ada groginya kan. Jadinya aku kayak semangatin aja, pede, kayak terus nothing tulus. Terus ya intinya yang penting semangat sih.
Awal-awal grogi gitu ya. Sekarang
Ya pasti dia pernah cerita kayak ya awal-awal kayak grogi, takut. Cuman aku bilang kayak udah nothing tulus aja, kasih yang terbaik. Terus akhirnya dia bisa ngelawan rasa takutnya sendiri sih.
dan kayaknya sekarang udah nyaman banget ya.
Ya sekarang dia udah pede banget sih.
Udah pede banget. Mungkin dengan bantuan support system dan juga timnya juga pastinya ngebantu dia banget dong. Ini adalah kali pertama, tapi kalau dari support systemnya Vincent nih. Vincent terkenal dengan retrinya yang ganteng banget. Dia ngasih tahu nggak sih apa rahasia retri gantengnya dia?
Katanya sih banyak-banyak latihan aja.
Itu rahasia, banyak-banyak latihan. Itu kayaknya memang yang dilakukan semuanya, tapi kayaknya latihannya Vincent ini berbeda dengan yang lain. Kalau dari tim Rebellion sendiri sekarang kan posisinya lagi lumayan deg-degan, mungkin nggak cuma Rebellion, tapi tim-tim yang ada di MPL. Bagaimana suasana hati dari player-player ini? Yang mungkin pernah cerita nggak sih kepada kalian tentunya, kalau dari D gitu, ada cerita sesuatu nggak? Posisi klasmen tuh kan lagi kejar-kejaran banget tuh.
Dia cuman cerita kayak semoga bisa menang terus biar bisa ngejar ke playoff. Soalnya kalau kalah kan kemungkinannya kecil. Jadi dia kayak berusaha yang ngasih yang terbaik lah buat Rebellion juga.
Ngasih yang terbaik. Dan kalau sekarang ini di sini nih ya, di itu bisa dibilang pionir Moskov. Kalau kamu ngelihat di MPL, apalagi dengan patch baru ini, kamu kan juga mantan pro player nih, pastinya tahu dong. Kamu ngelihatnya permainannya dia gimana sih? Apakah sudah full potensial dari D?
Kalau Moskov dia dari MDL emang udah rajanya Moskov sih. Terus dibawa ke MPL juga terus jadi populer kan Moskov. Cuman kalau buat Nathan sama Harit yang barusan dimainin itu bukan ininya dia sih, bukan performa maksudnya bukan yang maksimalnya dia karena
Masih bisa lebih ya?
masih bisa lebih karena sebelumnya dia aku sempat rasis waktu dia pick Nathan sama Harit kayak aduh ini bisa nggak ya dia menang, ternyata dia bisa buktiin kalau dia udah makin improve terus. Jadi aku rasa dia bisa lebih dari itu sih.
Bisa lebih, ini belum full potential dari D. Jadi Rookie of the Week minggu 5, dia bisa menjadi yang semakin mengerikan. Dan mereka akan bermain nih untuk game terakhir, game ketiga. Ada yang mau disampaikan nggak sih? Mungkin singkat untuk D dan juga Vincent? Untuk D?
Sayang, semangat. Yang penting semangat. Nothing tulus. Ayo kita bisa.
Ayo kita bisa. Malu-malu gitu, nggak apa-apa. Nice, semangat. Kamu? Naomi?
Semangat Vincent.
Semangat.
Udah bisa lolos playoff ya.
Semoga amin, semuanya langsung pada amin. Dan thank you banget support system. Terus menjadi support system terbaik untuk para atlet-atlet kita yang di depan sini, para pro player kita. Dan sepertinya kedua tim ini harus kembali beradu untuk menentukan siapakah yang akan mendapatkan game ketiga dan mendapatkan match ini. Tentu saja akan langsung dipandu oleh para caster kita yang di sana. Game ketiga, monggo.
A disastrous execution from Rebellion Esports makes Dewa United clinch game number 3. Now, of course, game number 3, reset, everything starting from 0 again. But will we see a reverse sweep for the second day of the day?
Second time of
Second
the
time
day.
of the day. But what day is it today, Mirko?
Well, today is a Saturday.
Wow.
And because of that, outside in Indonesia, I don't know about you guys, but it's been quite sunny in Indonesia.
Yes.
And man, luckily for me, I got the Saturday's buff with these sunglasses that have helped me very much.
Wow, it
That's
looks
very nice,
dapper
too.
with
Hey,
it.
hey, give me one.
Here, Gunny.
Yeah.
I don't need it right now.
Could use it. Yeah. Of course,
My glasses.
Saturdays and MPL ID is collaborating together to bring you the MVP collection. I mean, look at Ghani, he looks like an MVP already.
Oh, you do, bro. Is that the MVP collection by any chance?
Is that?
It is.
No wonder.
Wow.
Well, go ahead and check it out, ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
at Saturdays.lifestyle on the social medias of your
Check it out.
choice.
Yes.
Clean. You want to realize?
Sure. Why not?
Oh.
Wow.
Looks good, looks good.
I look cool with this.
It's
feels
so good
Yeah.
that I want, well, Samsung actually wants to go and berbagi THR. They want to share THR, which is the Hari Raya bonus together. And you guys can join this. The drawing process will be on the 19th to the 28th of April, so we have one more day. So if you guys want diamonds, if you guys want a chance of getting a Galaxy A Series 5G, 100 random epic skins, permanent, and 80,000 diamonds. Check it out.
Check it out. I love this. Samsung is very generous, giving us.
I even got a phone.
Yeah,
You're
he got a phone.
generous.
He's going on with a phone.
You got a phone too?
Yeah.
Realize
Oh,
generous.
this is for me.
This is for all of us. This
Oh,
is the
wow.
English desk
Hey.
Share this.
phone. This is the EDP, the
ours?
English desk phone.
How do I call my mom then if you're gonna use this phone?
Well, we can always share. You know, if you want to call your mom, then I'll give it to you. But then later, if I need to call, make some calls,
Yeah.
I'll take it back.
That's very
It's
nice.
actually so cool. It is.
But oh, Lord Adi is in the building. I wonder which team he's supporting.
Hey, man, I really do wonder which team he supports.
He's cooking something.
Who let him cook for real, man?
Literally.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys don't know,
Yes.
people who are watching in the English desk, international viewers, this is Lord Adi, top 2 in MasterChef Indonesia.
Yeah.
A finalist in MasterChef Indonesia, and he is sitting on the geek side. So, hey, that might just be.
I wanna see him play Franco with the MasterChef skin. That would be cooking, literally, in and out, inside and outside of the Lena Dawn.
Definitely, definitely. So it's very interesting. It's gonna be very interesting to see game 3. But
You are going to go back to game number 3 now. Is that Mirko, in your opinion? I mean, that mistake was just so uncalled for. Is it going to run the extent of such unrecoverable damage? Because, you know, it could really play out, and Dewa does have the momentum. They could bring this back.
I don't think so. I think we've gone to a point in an MPL where there's no real like mental block. There's no momentum difference. It's just like, yeah, if you lose one game, you make the right adjustments. They probably had a big discussion backstage. The coaches were probably like, bro, hello, I picked Natan for you, not Roger, you know? So maybe don't go for the 7-minute fights. That's kind of what wants to do. So just something like that, a pep talk to remind the players should be enough.
That should be enough. But now, drafting phase of the last game of the second match, presented by the official tournament smartphone Samsung Galaxy S24 series. The Harith ban is going to be picked up by Rebellion, leaving Dewa United with the Luoyi ban, chip ban, and they could ban Tilda Hero as well.
it's gonna be very interesting to see how it will pan out, though, as Rebellion now sits in the red side. So remember the keys to victory here, Mirko. More cheese potential on the red side.
And we got to see it from Dewa. They picked up the Novaria last pick because of that. And they won with it. So now Rebellion wants to take a page out of that book from the keys to victory. They're like, man, we should have used this in the first or second game, you know?
Yeah.
2 quick bans again, still. Denying that Luoyi and chip pick. Still
Crucial.
a threat, a huge one at that, for Dewa United if it falls to the hands of Rebellion. Now, a much more complex, approach towards the bans. Roger, ban down as well. They feel like they don't really want to give it away.
Rebellion.
Towards Rebellion.
Ban Natan. Ban Natan right now. You know what they're doing. You know what they're going for, man. That's going to be a Natan first pick. Or actually, it could be an Angela first pick, so we never know. Okay, next board. Let's see what is first pick for Dewa. My guess is it should be Natan. They banned out Roger, right?
Natan is
I
still
mean,
a strong one.
Seeing how Drian fared the first game with Angela, maybe they might want to explore the Natan here with their first pick. And perhaps the natural response would be Fredrin Valentina, something with Fredrin.
I'd say Rian was quite underwhelming to Angela. I mean, Rebellion was just constantly under pressure, so now Dewa United will pick up the Valentina instead. What do they signal with this pick?
So Natan Angela. Do we get that again? Do we get the same combo? I don't know if Rebellion want to go for that though, because again, it does seem like they were struggling with the Natan Angela. They might go for something a bit more safe. The Fredrin still up for grabs. It was actually ignored completely in game number 2. But I'm very interested to know. I think they picked the Valentina to kind of have an answer if Rebellion go for the Angela, so they can just take the hard guard away with the IMU.
Yeah.
They can run it back with the same composition. You know, just tune the execution.
Maybe it's also a bluff, by the way, from Dewa. Like they could just be like, we pick up Valentina, you pick up Angela Baxia, or Baxia. Okay, you pick up Angela Baxia, we get your free hard guard and a Natan, and then we pick up a Rats or a Kai again in the jungle to get these neutral objectives.
Neutrals up the contest, but again, Angela Baxia is also a strong combination that they can use. Now Dewa United, do they want to pick up the Natan? Natan so far has been so high prio as well for both teams, but Natan also makes sense, this pick for Dewa.
Very, very. And also maybe Rebellion, they banded out always. First game and second, Minotaur is up and available. Perhaps Natan and Minotaur here can be the 3 picks from the side of Dewa United.
If they want Minotaur, might as well go Fredrin Minotaur, right? Oh my! Whoa!
Moskov Akai!
I got the Akai. Didn't get the Moskov. I said Natan.
Oh my
so
God.
Moskov of all picks. This is dangerous, by the way. I know we've been talking about it even yesterday about the Moskov, about how prio it has become because of the changes in the gold lane in ranked. But it still has kind of the same issue almost as Brody, where you cannot bring Purify. You're kind of stuck on Inspire. And that's why you see an instant Yuzong from Rebellion. They want to just CC you down, bro.
Can't really bring Purify, as you are really relying on that attack speed. But you do have that mobility, but when you have a Yuzong diving into you, it's going to be very hard. Of course, the most used heroes for both Kimura and Kars is the CC. So, contrary to the popular belief that, you know, Kars is very, very good and favoring the Paquito, he has CC. But the win rate is, of course, the hands of Kimura much more higher. Now they ban out the Pyramis, which was trouble for them the last game. Akaja ban as well. Are they expecting a carry pick in the hands of Rebellion?
They should.
Thinking about what Rebellion can pick right now, they really want to try to bully the Moskov. What I know they won't pick is the Claude. If they pick up the Claude, it'll be weird. The thing is, I don't think they want to risk it up against an Akai. There's so much CC, you can't go Purify on the Brody. I would say the Brody usually in lane would be the answer, but that's where it stops. Like, rank game, that's a rank game solution. Here, you have to think about everything outside of the lane as well. And having no Purify is a big weakness.
Bruno, I smell a Bruno. With the help of hard guard.
I think still, the Natan, if it's not banned, could just be the answer. They could just bro it out in the gold lane. You farm, I farm, we farm, and let's get to late game. Let's see who has the better late game.
Both late games are actually pretty strong.
Very strong.
Moskov, you know, the power spike would be the Golden Staff pickup before the Natan. It's always the Starlium and the Holy Crystal. So they ban out the Minotaur for Rion and Ixia. They don't want to have that extra range to the side of Rebellion that could really bully out the Moskov, outrange him.
That's actually the best choice, probably. Completely forgot about how Ixia can still come out there. But yeah, they banned out the Ixia, but still, I would say another good option would be the Natan. They don't need to pick it up first, though. They could just leave it for the last pick. Or they could also utilize the Angela Flex for last pick. Red side, cheese, remember.
They pick up the Natan, I'd expect. Yeah, like Mirko said, throw it out, fight. The lane will be constantly shoving for both both players, and it's gonna be purely 1v1 down bottom. They will pick up the Beatrix. Okay,
Wow.
interesting choice.
Still, not a marksman that usually is comfortable with the Purifies here, Mirko.
Yeah. We'll see how this works out. We were talking about Purify being so important, or like having at least an option to go for Purify is so important. Both the marksmen say, nah, man, it's a skill issue. We don't need these Purifies. We can dodge away, sidestep it. Okay, Dewa. how big of a possibility is it if we see Valentina roam again?
I think it still works.
We'll
Still
see.
a possibility.
Varia is still on the board, right?
Exactly. Long range
Arlen.
hero still on the board.
Oh!
Oh my god, that's
Lolita.
perfect against a Beatrix, is it not? Yeah, Nibiru passion back your way, brother. Oh!
It's gonna really outzone the Beatrix, and the Lolita makes
Drian.
headway.
Drian!
It's gonna be in the hands of Drian, of course, and the Lolita makes its way to the MPL ID stage. A debut pick here at MPL Indonesia, and they will respond to a Franco!
Signature Audi.
Wow!
But listen, Franco shoots, shield comes out, you get hooked by your own hook. That's scary, man.
It is indeed scary because that shield blocks the projectile and reflects it back to the sender. This is going to be one hell of a game. One hell of a game. Number 3, I expect a lot of fighting to happen. But for Rebellion and Dewa, back to ground 0. Interesting choice for both teams.
Crazy, crazy hero pool, this Drian guy, man. Every time he picks a hero, count that hero out. Because he'll pick another hero next game.
Yeah.
He picks the Valentina roam, nah, it's just a one-time thing. Nope. He picks up the Masha roam, 2 games, and then nah, I'm not playing that again. Now he makes Lolita's debut happen in Season 13.
A lot of spices. And game number 3, will we see a thrilling one? Or will it be a dominating defeat for both teams? It's gonna be Dewa United against Rebellion Esports, back in game number 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, into the land of dawn we go for game number 3
Welcome
between
to
Dewa
Mobile
United
Legends.
and Rebellion. Who will take it? Let's see.
No purifies in the pockets of the players of Rebellion, but again, same start orange buff as the priority, and the pathing will be down bottom, it looks like. But for Drian, how does he want to approach these engages? I mean, as a Lolita, it is going to be interesting to see how he approaches it.
I'm looking at the emblems here for both these teams. It's QC again for the Moskov. Oh! Good delay, gets scary.
No reset though.
Yeah, slightly
So,
delayed, but
yeah.
slight.
Slightly delayed, but Gary doesn't really mind because the reset is not there. Purple buff, so still go on with his day, go on with his life, and just farm up. But oh, again! How did see such a pest towards
Yeah.
Gary's pathing down in the jungle?
By the way, the big problem for Rebellion here, the fact that they actually go for Beatrix instead of Natan is still magic damage now, right? I mean, now for Dewa, they can actually just go for a full physical defense build, and I don't think Rebellion can shred through it, because their main damage dealers, it's Yu Zhong and it's this Beatrix. Wow, good Spear of Misery there.
Towards 2.
But no, nothing will really happen. Because again, I think farming will be the name of the game, but Rian is there to cover what? Both of these marksmen, they have the mobility needed. I mean, you have the Abyss Walker, you have the tactical repositioning as well in the hands of the Beatrix. But for the team fights, I feel like it's just gonna be more advantages for the Moskov. You have that shove, you have that passive that can really rile up the fights, but Gary with heavy spin.
Yeah, heavy spin to secure the first neutral objective on the board. You will get it. But it seems like, oh, take a look at the fight. But actually, they will commit on towards it. Keys will be the first one to fall here in this game. Drian 1
Play low.
HP. Not taken down just yet.
Oh! Spear of Misery knocks back Sway low, almost getting Drian in that process, but what was happening? Dewa United crumble, but they get the turtle though. So, you know, they will go home with at least something in their pockets.
You can always rely on cars to make that game-changing play on the Paquito triple kill against Alter Ego, and now a 3-man Petrify Furious Dive combo.
Nasty.
Nasty stuff. But that's something that they need to be careful of. Dewa can withstand this physical damage presence in the mid to late, but with their physical defense items later on. But in the early game, when you do not have the gold to actually stack on the physical defense, you need to still be careful because Cars deals a whole lot of damage. D does a whole lot of damage. If Rebellion, with this composition, snowballs, it's going to be tough for Dewa to handle it. Because Dewa, especially with Watt, they need to wait for mid-game. He needs to wait for the 3-item power spike. It's not the same snowball comp that we saw from Dewa in game number 2. And from the looks of it, the Beatrix has been doing amazing, by the way. This might be another pick to actually stop the Moskov in lane. He's already 800 gold ahead, and there hasn't really been any action in the gold lane. So this has just been D with his attempts to zone the Moskov.
Going for his mistakes, of course, in game number 2. But yeah, a good job for D, trying to withstand the pressure from the Moskov. I mean, in lane, this Moskov does have a lot of pressure with the passive. You know, can perma-shove this lane, getting the minions going. And also come the late game, you also have that split push threat with this Moskov. And the fact that you can always join a fight from so far away from the map, it always helps Watt to really just, you know, back his teammates up. But again, a total take for both of the teams.
Let's see here already with the hard guard with the Black Dragon 4, but the pin down is just too massive as the last turtle will be claimed by Dewa United. Oh! Good hunt there by Audi, and it will actually lock Gary down. That's a turtle for a kill, for 2 kills rather, for Rebellion.
A good hook from Auditzi again. Dewa United, they get the turtle, but again, losing 2 members in that process. Rebellion will be all fine with the trades coming in. And a BOD acquired by D already. Watt under pressure up top.
So 0 impact so far from this Lolita. In the 5th minute of the game, still 0, 0, and 0. I would say they are still looking for a big set, but even those shields haven't been coming in handy for Dewa like we predicted in the draft, where, you know, there are so many projectiles here for RBL, for Dewa to actually return back to RBL. But D's been on top of that, right? We were talking about the 2 kills traded in for the turtle. It's also a kill onto D. It's not just a kill on Vincent. They have actually given it over to D, who's already had a gold lead against Watt. So now the gold lead will be a bit bigger, and D should be able to actually look for a snowball. Almost 1,000 gold ahead of Watt now in this game. Rebellion, the clock's ticking though. Because if Watt is only behind by this much, farming is okay. Like he can still get back.
Still a huge chance for the Moskov to scale come late game. Now D subject towards the spin.
Heavy spin, Numinon Blast Wombo combo, but take a look at the hard guard. It actually saved his life. Kimura with the final slash, claiming the double, and now they will collapse more. As it seems right now, Vincent isolated, has the resource though. But take a look at the Black Dragon form in the backside of the map. Oh, take a look at the isolation there. Watts pre-hitting as well. That's a bang, bang, bang. 3 members from Rebellion taken out.
The fight that Dewa United was looking for. They were yearning for that skirmish to happen, and they made it happen. Rebellion, they collapsed down. D was indeed taken away, and this will give Watt the space he needs. Even top turret is down already.
5 minutes, no impact. He was waiting for the big time. Wow. 2-man Numinon Blast. 3 if you count the Angela in D. And the whole team just collapsed. Kimura as well, known for his fast rotations, able to get to the gold lane a bit faster. Audi.
Oh, good hook. He flickers out though. Kimura reposition as Gary will collect the last turtle in this game here. 0 neutral objectives for Vincent this time round.
Props to Gary as well. A lot of objectives, but Kimura on the hunt.
Will connect the hunt, will commit it as well. That's just a very, very textbook setup there with the Franco on towards Kimura.
I mean, the conceal was popped, so Kimura overextending without him knowing that he was overextending, but now Dewa looking for a play of their own.
The damage though will not connect just yet. Oh my god, hard guard is there to save his life. That's info. 3 members here now versus 4 technically with the Angela. Now Cars trying to sustain, trying to provide cover. Will not get anything on the board for Dewa United just yet.
They look for a reaction to Kimura's death. Looking for it, but again,
wow.
When you have the Angela, it's so good.
Look at the damage dealt though from Watt. 15,486. completely different to what we expected without his, 3-item power spikes. He only has the Corrosion Scythe and the Golden Staff. So he's on the way to the third item, which is that DHS. And once he gets that, he will be online. Like, this is damage of an offline Moskov, technically. So you can kind of, expect the damage to be maybe multiplied by 2 or 3 after that DHS, after that crazy power spike. Especially if he gets more. Wait. Ooh, heavy spin baited.
Yeah, the hook here. Denied by the heavy spin, which Vincent will calmly just respond with a shield unity of his own.
Look at how Watt is keeping the lanes push up top. Just trying to, absorb cars to respond to that push. And for Dewa, they want to play it slow. Pushing towards late game, maybe. Could be the name of the game for them. But D, so far, a good start, but a little bit shaky now towards this mid game.
Only has the VOD right now. Got the Melfic Roar as well. Just the Fury Hammer. So he's playing with penetration and just raw damage. He wants to try to burst people down. That's one.
Oh, with the hunt as well. He committed on towards Gary. This time the Ranch, though, will come through with D in the back lines, just delivering the Rambiru's passion.
That's a disaster now. Lord is ready for Rebellion to take. This is theirs for the taking. No retribution for Dewa United. This could be disastrous.
Yeah, good. Comfortable. Lord take here for Rebellion. Their first neutral objective in this game is the Lord.
Oh no, Kimura. He missed the final slash flicker. He final slashed. It went on and then he flickered off.
Oh my.
Oh no. A very unfortunate mistake there from Kimura. DHS built up though for Dewa. For Dewa's Watt in the gold lanes, and that's the power spike we were waiting for to happen. But Rebellion with that, their snowballs on the way. They should be able to get a pretty good usage of this Lord with the Beatrix too. Great at sieging.
D will do just that. Getting that tier 1 turret up top. Lord will march downside. Now what? You can see how fast he is now with the attack speed and the power spike. DHS ready. And Oddity again. The front line just looking for hooks. So far his hooks has been very, very pivotal. Trying to open up the fights. But oh, a jump towards Vincent. It's gonna be okay. Oh, a slash though.
Really here. Premature final slash already. Lord here, bottom side of the map here, just taken care of by Watt. And maybe now they're eyeing, Rebellion is eyeing the top inner here potentially. See them, but it seems like no, they will not commit any more turrets, any more structures here. They're United. Only lost an inner turret bottom side.
Rebellion decides to place sides. I feel like you always have what to address that. And then you have the Spear of Destruction to join up the fights later on. It is subject to hitting, but...
Wait. Did you... Flask of the Oasis for Drian?
Okay.
Is this...
Interesting.
Is this Lolita favor? What's his...
It's Conceal.
It's Conceal. Okay, so it's not favor.
Interesting.
But Flask. So perhaps he wants
You do
to
get a shield, but does that translate over to like your
Teammates?
friends? Yeah.
Why the flask?
That's the passive, no? From
Yeah. Interesting. We'll see how that plays out because that was a... Okay, Lolita becomes a 72nd hero.
Yeah. To debut in a hero Ocean, Gary walking to a trap.
Almost.
He'll be fine. And Rebellion now with everything in their hands. The pressure, the Lord that they got earlier. Of course, trying to kickstart their rampage.
that Rebellion, or will they let go? Sure. I mean, they have the heavy spin, so it's a non-brainer, right? They need to contest with this ultimate that he has. But will it come to fruition? Do they have enough firepower? Is that what I'm asking?
I think for Dewa, they should have enough firepower now because Watt, looking back again at the items, he already has DHS. He's actually building towards a Sea Halberd over the Melfic Roar. So he's more concerned. He already gets penetration with the Sea Halberd technically, and he will be able healing in these team fights with his Inspire. So right now, I think the late game threat for Rebellion is how tanky the frontliners of Dewa can be, because they are stacking up on the physical defense items already. Dominance Ice and the Blade Armor for the Arlet. For the Akai, Gary, Leather Jerkin, Skyguard and Helmet, and the Ant. So a whole lot of physical defense already to hold D and Cars off.
Malefic Roar also completed by Watt. Already having that threat. Moskov will deal tons of damage in the team fights. Just dancing around the Lord, subject to the next taking for both teams. Look at Rebellion just playing around the bush. Especially when you have Auditzi and that pickoff potential with the Franco. It is going to be scary. Blind hook, misses. And they're just trying to entice the players of Dewa United to come close towards the Lord pit.
Yeah, okay, so Mr.
Oh, connects this time, and they will commit with the hunt as well. Now you see Drian, now you don't though. The SOD,
What?
the Spirit of D is there with the double. Now Gary the heavy spin, but Watt will be taken down. And let's see, it's 3 members now deleted. Gary, and he's running for the hills as Rebellion will be able to close the gap. And D again, the Beatrix pick that we doubted actually collects a mega. Gary all alone. Technically, Savage and Rebellion. The that whole sequence
To happen.
to be committed and also be able to easily
A pickoff.
remember taken out, and it's a reset, but no. They went at it.
Pickoff gameplay successfully continues
Technically,
RBL's
E3
X win streak. Where does
Gotta
this put
savage
our...
it.
Yeah. Technically for D.
kills and then a double.
Yeah, 3 kills and a double unofficial savage for him.
Wow. Yeah, he was one. And then after that team fight, he was 6-1.
Exactly.
Instantly became the MVP, at least what the phone is able to show us.
One fight is all it took for them to end the game.
One pick off even.
One pick off.
Yeah.
And the all-in commitment from Dewa as well ended up with Rebellion saying, nom nom nom, we'll take that. Charging through. The
my God.
Audi TZ's pickoff gameplay successfully continues RBL's 3x win streak. Where does this put RBL in the standings?
I'm curious to see.
Yeah.
We'll ask Bude Clara Mongstar later on, but it seems like she's ready, and we will have a winner interview upstage with Bude Clara Mongstar.
Dan akhirnya sang dewa berhasil diseruduk dan ditaklukkan oleh pasukan Banteng. Karena kalau kita tarik ke belakang, ini adalah kali pertama tim Rebellion berhasil memenangkan matchnya melawan tim Dewa United. Halo Rebellion, match kali ini terlihat bisa menjadi kemenangan kalian. Gimana nih ceritanya?
Pengen menangin lawan Dewa karena ya biar kita pernah menang lawan semua tim.
Dan juga dari performa tim Rebellion yang sepertinya udah mulai makin solid. Tapi di game ketiga kayaknya paling intens nggak sih? Gimana? Tadi ada yang deg-degan nggak? Battle terakhir mungkin Kars bisa ngasih tahu. Gimana? Tadi barkan nggak sih? Atau menurut kalian udah pasti menang? Ada keraguan atau ada ini nggak?
Seru game terakhir kan.
Heeh.
Terus saling balik-balikan juga.
Gimana pada akhirnya kalian ngebalikin dan memantapkan diri? Apa yang kalian manfaatkan tadi di game ketiga?
Hooknya Audi sih.
Semuanya mengarah ke hooknya Audi ya. Franco dari Audi memang tapi dengan kemenangan tim Rebellion yang duo biru tadi di
Soalnya itu nanti yang 7 dibikin ke 9.
yang 7 dibikin ke 9. Nah, kemarin ini juga ada yang seru loh Audi. Kemarin Bude tanya, ada yang mau bikin RRQ. Bude sampein yang Audi juga sampein ke kita semua. Dan, bukan, kemarin tuh Clay yang jawab. Sebenarnya Bude sekarang mau tanya, kenapa, apa yang Audi cari dari menurunkan posisi 7 ke 9? Apakah exposure?
Enggak sih, emang pengen ngelawan semua tim dan ngalahin semuanya aja sih. Supaya kami yang lebih poinnya lebih banyak.
Supaya poin lebih banyak, karena nextnya juga akan melawan RRQ kan? Untuk esok hari. Untuk esok hari. Dan gimana, kamu kan kemarin udah ngeliat RRQ menang. Kalian juga lagi posisinya menang sama menang loh Audi. Siapa yang pengen kamu pegangin nih untuk besok?
Godline sih yang pasti, yang dia paling jago. Sisanya biasa aja.
Bentar, megangin gold lane-nya. Skylar-nya mau dipegangin. Gimana tuh caranya untuk megangin itu?
Kita lihat besok aja sih.
Kita lihat besok. Satu udah di atas, katanya mau nge-switch yang 7 ke 9. Tapi nomor 9-nya, duo biru, Swaylo. Satu udah naik, satunya bisa naik juga nggak sih?
Bisa kok,
Bisa.
OTW.
OTW?
Iya.
Positif?
Iya emang sengaja ini tadi, apa? Kayak ya naik turun nanti naik kok.
Nanti naik kok.
Bismillah ya.
Bismillah. Mungkin dikasih tipsnya biar bisa naik-naik.
Tetap di performa terbaik sih, konsisten itu sih.
konsisten.
Ya, kasih gameplay terbaik. Itu aja.
Ini udah gameplay terbaik dari Rebellion?
Semoga. Karena menang. Kalau kalah berarti nggak terbaik.
Oh, menang terbaik kalah tidak.
Iya.
Walaupun 2-1.
Karena Dewa
2-1 ini
menang.
menang. Yang penting menangnya ya. Mau 2-1, 2-0 yang penting menang.
Iya.
Yang penting menang dan terbaik. Mungkin ngelihat dari Di. Halo Di.
Halo.
Rookie of the Week di week yang kelima. Dan kali ini kamu bisa dibilang membawa suasana baru juga. Beatrix kita bisa hitung dengan jari. Kamu kayaknya gak ada takut-takutnya sekarang ya di panggung MPL ini? Gak ada takutnya?
Takut kalau hujan lagi aja sih.
Hei!
Soalnya dingin banget.
Jadi kalau untuk Di yang bisa ngalahin Di itu hanya dingin ya, hawa dingin. Itu menarik dari Di. Dan sekarang kita ngelihatnya tadi Moskovnya di tangan Awad. Bagaimana kamu melihat Moskov di tangan Awad?
Jago sih dia.
Jago. Tapi game pun kamu berhasil dapetin. Apakah kamu udah bisa ngebaca Awad atau ngebaca Moskovnya kah?
Karena saya player Moskov, jadi saya tahu lah kayak cara menangnya gimana buat kita.
Nextnya kamu akan melawan Skylar. Satu player yang kayaknya Audi aja sebut. Semua player juga sebut. Watt juga bilang sebut Skylar itu monster. Bagaimana kamu melihat Skylar dan juga pertarungan esok?
Pede aja sih lawan dia, tapi ya dia panutan juga. Idol. Kemarin kan nggak lawan Skylar kan, lawan Buni kan. Sekarang bisa lawan dia, ya suatu kebanggaan lah bisa lawan dia.
Mengharapkan tentunya pertemuan. Ada yang mau disampaikan nggak sih ke Skylar?
Jangan galak-galak bang.
Bang, jangan galak-galak bang. Dan Rebellion tentu saja akan melanjutkan match mereka esok hari. Untuk kali ini sepertinya kita akan membuat mereka beristirahat terlebih dahulu. Thank you buat Rebellion dan Rebels. Beri tepuk tangan untuk Rebellion Esports. Caster, what happened?
Wow, besok laga yang lebih panas nampaknya.
Setuju.
Panutan juga bisa
Panutan.
dibilang. Tapi memang mental yang sangat baik harus dibutuhkan. Karena besok mereka akan melawan tim yang keras. Yang apalagi Skylar sudah kembali lagi ke performanya setelah hampir seminggu. Sakit ya kemarin ya.
Tapi ada satu hal yang harusnya malah, mungkin hati-hatinya malah ke lawannya dari Rebellion. Karena Audi TZ emang menunjukkan dia laki-laki sejati. Lepas Angela dilepas.
Betul.
Dan statement terakhirnya dia pengen bikin satu tim nih gak lolos playoff.
Yes, dan apakah itu akan kejadian? Jadi kita bakal lihat MVP-nya. Untuk di match kali ini, lagi-lagi di arah D. Diambil sama D.
Ini tapi kalau kita ngomongin damage 45, 444 ini udah kayak kode ya. Emang Rebellion ada di posisi 4 sih, tapi
Bisa.
masalah utamanya memang ya ada di Beatrix sih. Dengan modal item yang sudah dijadikan dari early game. Dan dia stabil banget farmingnya. 2 Legend Sword, 1 Fury Hammer di early game. Setelah jadi Blade of Despair baru dia bikin shoes-nya atau tough boots-nya.
Dia menang range juga dari Moskov. Dan sebagai follow up damage yang paling safety ya Beatrix menurut gue, daripada Kari gue lebih suka Beatrix.
Apalagi Frankful. Jadi udah pasti kan Bennett ada, burst damage-nya tinggi kalau misalkan main pakai Bennett. Dan kalau kita ngomongin soal burst damage yang bisa dihasilkan, ya burst damage-nya memang nggak ada dari mid laner, tapi adanya dari XP laner dan dari gold laner-nya. Memang gameplay-nya ini udah dari awal di set seperti itu.
Dan terlalu overextend beberapa kali dari Dewa juga, ini bakal jadi masalah untuk early-nya mereka.
Iya, aku setuju sih kalau ngomongin Dewa dengan overextend. Itu kayak balik lagi kayak Geek Farm gak sih tadi di match yang pertama. Mereka selalu overextend di saat team fight-nya bener-bener bukan di pihak mereka. Apalagi ketika kita ngomongin Angela. Ini kayak satu hero yang memang bisa untuk tarik ulur tim fight-nya. Ditukarkan juga dengan ultimate yang ada dari Cars dengan satu Black Dragon form.
Nah jadi di momen ini gue udah ngeliat nih, udah harus berdua jalannya, udah nggak boleh sendiri-sendiri karena Gary ketika ketangkep bisa dipanis, udah semua bisa dipanis berarti.
Setuju. Dan ini backupnya kurang nih, gak ada yang bisa cancel. Kimura juga kayak masih terlalu jauh, padahal dia ready dengan Flicker dan juga Final Slash, tapi apalah daya. Di sana Bloodhound dan instant kill dari D, semua damage, penetration, dan juga kalau kita ngomongin soal bagaimana cara bertahan hidupnya Drian, karena dia tadi bawa konsil, sekalipun dia punya Flask of the Oasis, dia nggak bakal mampu untuk bertahan lebih lama lagi.
Oke, dan bahkan ya untuk close game-nya jelas lah ya. 4 tumbang, udah masuk menit 15 juga, bawahnya udah bisa dihancurin dan ya udah wipe out.
Iya. Ini nggak ada yang nge-clear cepet juga, nggak ada yang mampu untuk melakukan defense juga. Keadaannya udah 1 lawan 5 dan counter engage yang bagus banget dari Rebellion Esports. Mereka tuh makan satu-satu karena mereka tahu Dewa ini hero setup semua. Arlot, Akai, Lolita, bahkan Valentina. Ini kalau misalkan dia ambil Black Dragon Form juga, dia bisa ngacak-ngacak teamfight-nya Rebellion. Tapi mereka tuh nggak mau untuk teamfight ber-5 lawan 5. Karena Dewa kuat banget kalau 5 lawan 5.
Iya, dia pasti ngambil 1 dan entah kenapa nih 2 kali momen penting krusialnya itu nggak ada yang cancel Bloodhound-nya loh. Itu satu masalah yang menurut gua itu bahaya. Ada cancellation paling cepat sebenarnya di Kimura. Kalau memang seandainya Kimuranya nggak bisa dapetin posisi ya mau nggak mau Drian
atau Gary yang terakhir. Tapi Gary kan harus bareng sama Lord.
Biasanya Gary ini targetnya.
Iya.
Dia yang dimakannya soalnya.
Ya karena tadi kan kalau pas out of positionnya Drian yang tertangkap dengan Iron Hook, ternyata malah Gary-nya lagi sibuk sama Lord. Jadi ya udah beda job desk lagi. Dan Kimuranya nggak ready dengan mungkin flicker instannya. Karena mungkin dia safe banget flickernya di situ. Kalau misalkan Drian-nya nggak tumbang mungkin bakal jadi counter setup. Karena ada shield di sana yang bisa melindungi dia. Tapi apalah daya di sana damage yang diberikan dari the carry kita yang benar-benar kayaknya cawannya ini udah mulai berisi nih. Kalau kata Ranger Mas kan kemarin kan kayak masih kosong tinggal tergantung pupuknya.
Ya udah, jadi buat kalian semua kita akan persembahkan Golden Moment by UBS Gold. Langsung aja Pak Produser, tunjukkan pesanan sekarang.
Atas menang sob.
Oke. Enggak, gua biar dia vision juga.
Oh ya udah boleh Chan. Guys tunggu atas ada yang jawab aja guys baru kita gas.
Iya. Lihat hoki Jul aja. Gue lihat kok Jul, siapa aja lu gigit gue nagain.
Iya siap. Gue tanya Chan, gue hililin dari belakang. Dia ada di pintu satu, gue coba hook nih, lihat.
Iya coba hook.
Makannya lo kita guys. Ayo lagi guys.
Nih depan. Moskov. Depan.
Lihat Moskov guys.
Digulung gua.
Ya. Lagi guys, backup. Mati. Ayo, bisa atas.
Bisain atas, ayo.
Ayo atas.
Gua ban.
Ke atas, ya.
Terusin.
Bisa.
Ban.
Kalau nggak bisa balik ya.
Bisa. Santai. Bisain atas.
Ini lihat nih.
Gasen. Momen nggak Cen? Gua ada bom Cen.
Bisa nggak?
Bisa. Santai.
Sorry guys, gua nggak bantai guys.
Santai. Nice up.
Nice game. Nice.
Gila, tenang
banget sih.
Tenang banget loh.
Ini udah bukan kayak tim Rebellion kayak biasa yang tabrak.
Iya, udah
kan?
kayak dapat. Bisa makan. Ambil.
Atau jangan-jangan itu kali yang malah menjadi kendala. Karena beberapa kali kan kalau kita ngomongin soal season lalu pas Rebellion mic checknya yang agak-agak sedikit tabrak terus, ternyata nanti call-nya malah berhamburan.
Iya, tapi tadi itu satu suara banget ya.
On point lagi.
Gua ambil ya, pokoknya apa aja yang gua dapetin lo dimakan ya.
Terus kayak pas audinya coba-coba, dapat makan aja Lolitanya kata Di kan. Langsung bener-bener diganya.
Makan udah, makan aja semua makan. Udah dapat lagi ya, yuk lagi tenang banget loh.
Makanya itu dampak dari 3 kali win streak juga.
Iya.
Gak putus Pak, tenang aja. Karena ada 2 biru yang hampir 3 win streak. Cuman yang satu putus.
Yang satu
lagi turun ke bawah. Tapi
bener.
ini bener-bener buat kalian semua terbukti kalau klasemen bergoyang atas bawah kiri kanan nggak bisa kesentuh, bahkan kalau mau naik aja dia nurunin beberapa tim lain. Aduh, jadi benar-benar harus semakin kompetisi MPL ini semakin kerat, panas. Dan buat kalian semua yang mau masuk e-sport, kayaknya kalian harus menyiapkan diri kalian baik-baik deh.
Makanya, nah kalau e-sport kan sebenarnya belum sampai menyeluruh ya.
Menyeluruh.
Nah sekarang ada program juga nih Akademi Esports melalui Akademi untuk Negeri.
Betul sekali.
Apalagi nih udah minggu ke-6 nih.
Makanya.
Ya kan? Ini nih minggu-minggunya yang menentukan banget.
Dari goldnya akan diakumulasi soalnya.
Iya, diakumulasi. Berapa ya kira-kira ya?
Kita nanti lihat milestone-nya sih.
Tebak-tebakan.
Kita sih penyumbang cukup banyak lah hari Sabtu ini ya.
Tadi 153 ya?
153. Nah, ini kan
sebelumnya
3 game juga kan?
Iya.
Nah, nih, kira-kira nambah berapa nih?
Gue prediksi antara
160.
Kalau misalkan sampai dengan besok nih, dan ternyata 3 game semua nih. Kita ngomongin permainan 3 game, momentum-momentum yang late game sampai mungkin goldnya imbang.
Betul.
Ini kayaknya angka 200 ini bukan hal yang mustahil gak sih?
Bisa
Possible
kan? Apalagi nggak
Possible
usah
kan?
itu deh, nanti aja. Ini ngegendong bisa sampai 170 kalau game 3 game.
Oh iya,
Nanti
ngerti.
bisa.
Jadi
makanya
nanti
sangat
kayak
possible.
sisanya per satu match ini bisa ke 10 gitu
Iya.
kan?
Jadi yang
benar,
menentukan tuh
benar.
nanti juga cukup menentukan untuk di last match. Karena last match ini adalah kemungkinan besar akan ada pertarungan dan perebutan 2 hero assassin.
Dan factor
2
gold lane.
player assassin, 2 fighter gold lane, atau bahkan dua meta yang belum mereka munculkan di
juga
MPL
ya.
Indonesia. Jadi buat kalian semua, gak boleh berkedip dan kemana-mana, siapkan cemilan dan makanan kalian karena MPL Indonesia akan kembali permainan satu tahun ini. Welcome to MPL Indonesia Season 13!
Samsung Galaxy S24 series. Get it now.
Pakai aplikasi GoPay, dompet andalan gamers.
Banyak damage-nya.
Ada cashback hingga 20.000
buat upgrade skin baru.
Jika seringan nggak makan memori,
HP lemot bisa victory.
top up langsung dalam game
tanpa hambatan. Ikutan selebrasi MPL di aplikasi GoPay. Menambah total hadiah ratusan juta. Bonus stage. Gratis 100 kali transfer kemana aja. Beli pulsa harga termurah. Scan QRIS dengan mudah. Download sebelum mabarkan.
Tambah mudah di dunia games. Pilih game, masukkan game ID. Pilih Diamond, masukkan kode promo, dan pilih metode pembayaran. Masukkan kode OTP. Selamat, kamu dapat tambahan kuota. Upgrade gameplaymu sekarang.
Game smash andalanku bikin mainku semakin hebat. Tukar DG rings, diamond dan voucher game kau dapat. Main MOBA apa aja with streak di tanganmu. Cuma game smash makin no debat.
Beli paketnya dan aktifkan boosternya sekarang.
Character select.
Bener.
You lapar.
Stop! Pakai klik Indomaret, belanja 1 jam sampai dan gratis ongkir loh.
Wah, belanja online kayak belanja di toko Indomaret.
You kenyang, siap main lagi.
Let's go!
Belanja online seperti di toko.
いくぜ。
歴史が違うんだよ。
Hey, come on, come on. Okay. Power Gazer.
Sí, ¿vos de qué parte sos?
Yo de aquí.
Ah, mira.
¿Tú de qué parte eres de tú?
Del norte.
Samsung Galaxy S24 series. Get it now.
Pakai aplikasi GoPay, dompet andalan gamers.
Banyak damage-nya.
Ada cashback hingga 20.000
buat upgrade skin baru.
Aplikasi ringan gak makan memori.
HP lemot bisa victory.
Top up langsung dalam game
tanpa hambatan. Ikutan selebrasi MPL di aplikasi GoPay. Menambah total hadiah ratusan juta. Bonus stage. Gratis kali transfer kemana aja. Beli pulsa harga termurah. Scan juris dengan mudah. Download sebelum mabarkan.
Mudah di dunia games. Pilih game, masukkan game ID. Pilih Diamond, masukkan kode promo, dan pilih metode pembayaran. Masukkan kode OTP. Selamat, kamu dapat tambahan kuota. Upgrade gameplaymu sekarang.
Game Smash andalanku bikin mainku semakin hebat. Tukar DG Rings, Diamond dan voucher game kau dapat. Main MOBA apa aja with Switch di tanganmu. Cuma Game Smash makin no debat.
Beli paketnya dan aktifkan boosternya sekarang.
Character select. You lapar.
Stop! Pakai klik Indomaret, belanja 1 jam sampai dan gratis ongkir loh.
Wah, belanja online kayak belanja di toko Indomaret.
You kenyang, siap main lagi.
Let's go!
Belanja online seperti di toko.
It's only you who rocks my world.
We don't need no sleep because the party.
行くぜ。
歴史が違うんだよ。
Hey, come on, come on. Okay. Power Gazer.
Sí, ¿vos de qué parte sos?
Yo de aquí.
Ah, mira,
¿Tú de qué parte eres de ti?
del norte.
Samsung Galaxy S24 series. Get it now.
Pakai aplikasi GoPay, dompet andalan gamers.
Banyak damage-nya.
Ada cashback hingga 20.000
buat upgrade skin baru.
Aplikasi ringan nggak makan memori.
HP lemot bisa victory.
Top up langsung dalam game
tanpa hambatan. Ikutan selebrasi MPL di aplikasi GoPay. Menangkan total hadiah ratusan juta. Bonus stage. Gratis 100 kali transfer kemana aja. Beli pulsa harga termurah. Scan QRIS dengan mudah. Download sebelum mabarkan.
mudah di dunia games. Pilih game, masukkan game ID. Pilih Diamond, masukkan kode promo, dan pilih metode pembayaran. Masukkan kode OTP. Selamat, kamu dapat tambahan kuota. Upgrade gameplaymu sekarang.
Game Smash andalanku bikin mainku semakin hebat. Tukar DG rings, diamond dan voucher game kau dapat. Main MOBA apa aja with streak di tanganmu. Cuma Game Smash makin no debat.
Beli paketnya dan aktifkan boosternya sekarang.
Character select.
Bener.
You lapper.
Stop! Pakai klik Indomaret, belanja 1 jam sampai dan gratis ongkir loh.
Wah, belanja online kayak belanja di toko Indomaret.
You kenyang, siap main lagi.
Let's go!
Belanja online seperti